Factory Ducati MotoGP rider Danilo Petrucci says he must learn to manage races better if he is to establish himself as a regular podium threat. Petrucci had an up-and-down weekend at Termas de Rio Hondo, starting off with the worst day of his brief tenure as a works Ducati rider on Friday, before finishing 6th after qualifying in 10th. That meant he finished 3 places down on his teammate Andrea Dovizioso, who has scored both podiums in the 2 races to date compared to Petrucci's 0 in his debut Factory Ducati season. Petrucci says he must learn to pace himself more strongly in races. "I'm trying to find a riding style that doesn't consume the tire," he said, but on certain occasions, like here in Argentina, where there are long corners on acceleration, to put more weight on the bike that slides makes me consume the tire more. So I must make up the time in other areas. Sometimes it's a benefit because I can straighten the bike with more weight and have more grip. But when the bike is still leaned over, I have to be so careful with the throttle. Here that happened a lot. They passed me coming out of turn 6 and into turn 7 because I had to save the tire. In the end, it was not enough to save the tire. I would have preferred to finish 4th, but I started 10th and I wasn't handed anything by anyone. I want to do more, but to do this I must improve in managing the race." Petrucci added that he is still learning to battle the top riders in MotoGP. "The riders in front of me have several world championships and many victories. I have neither, so it's difficult to fight with them. It's difficult to trick them," he said. "Even when they seem to be in trouble, they always seem to have more margin. But I never have it because I always have to come from behind." Petrucci said he is expecting another tricky race at Austin next weekend before the championship returns to venues more traditionally suited to the Ducati. "It's very difficult because it has tight F1-style corners, and it is full of dips, and those in the first parts are very annoying," he said. "There is not much grip and it's very hot. It's not among the riders' favorite, except Marquez unfortunately. Zarco won't change riding style." KTM's Johan Zarco said he was exhausted after MotoGP's Argentina Grand Prix after struggling with his bike. He finished 7.7s behind 10th-place teammate Pol Espargaro in 12th, but says he will not change his riding style because it will be essential in the future for KTM. He explained that his smooth style means the bike is sliding around, proving hard to slow down under braking, and is struggling with turning because everything I do in my movement is not working. Asked if he could learn from Espargaro's data, Zarco said, "For me, it won't be the key to then make the big step that will be necessary for the future at KTM. I want to keep also my smooth and clean style, and from that, and see where we improve." Share this article on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, email.